I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I am blessed to be joined today by the Grammy Award winning singing and composer, Chino McGregor. Chino, hey man, good to see
CHINO.
you, brother.
Hey, give thanks, give thanks. How are you?
Absolutely, brother. It is great to connect with you, man. And listen, I was hoping and
Likewise.
looking forward to learning about your journey in being a music artist. But first, okay, if we tune into your track and share it with
Mhm.
our people, I was thinking we would share Can't Get Me Down. Sound good?
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Let's go.
All right, man. Cool. All right, everyone. Let's tune in now to Chino McGregor and Can't Get Me Down.
La la la. If they never know where them reap or where them sow, how we go? Can't move, can't break, can't get we down. Time after time, see them let we down. Man, stand firm like concrete on the ground. Yeah, can't move, can't break, can't get we down. Get we down, hey.
Yo, what up, bro?
What I'm doing?
Doing good?
Yeah, man. You're funny, man.
Another day on the job, right? Another day.
Hey, baby, can I talk to you, please?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, so we're gonna promote you today. How you feel about that?
For real?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's like a dream come true. Man,
So happy for you, man.
really appreciate it.
So happy for you.
Thank
Keep
you.
excelling,
Thank you
keep
so
excelling,
much.
keep
I
excelling.
won't let you down.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Yo, just got promoted, bro.
What? For real?
Yeah, bro.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, respect, bro.
Alright, so yo, let's go out later and have a drink. What is that?
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
Watch out for backbiter, traitors are no fighter. Them coulda trick we one time, but now we much wiser. Them why you caught up inna them web just like a bug spider. Them why you crash up and mash up just like a drunk driver. Them not no joy inna them heart, them have no love neither. I true me trod me own apart, why man a survivor. Small circle, cautious, can't trust no outsider. All praises to the Most High Jah. Boy, wolf in a sheep clothing. They never know where them reap or where them sow. So we go. Can't move, can't break, can't get we down. Time after time, see them let we down. Stand firm like concrete on the ground. Yeah, can't move, can't break, can't get we down. Get we down, hey. Stand firm, me never shake. Me journey never fake. Praise Jah when me wake up early, never late. World upon me shoulder, burden heavy weight. Wicked them a wait for you deflate, fi celebrate, hey. For the paper, them we sell you straight. Enough of them hard dark and it want fi renovate. No for eat food off for the devil plate. If you not walk straight, you can't go heaven gate, no. Wolf in a sheep clothing. If they never know where them reap or where them sow, so we go. Can't move, can't break, can't get we down. Time after time, see them let we down. No. Stand firm like concrete on the ground. Yeah, can't move, can't break, can't get we down. Get we down, get we down.
Chino, blessed love, man. Great to share your music with everyone. Thank you. Now, can you tell me
Give thanks.
where you're from and how did you first get involved in music?
Where I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. The Mecca, the
That's
reggae
right.
Mecca, you know.
The
How did
origin.
I get involved in music? Wow, that's really interesting. So the short answer to that is music chose me. I guess it was destined and an inevitable situation. So I grew up around the music. My dad, the captain of the big ship, Mr. Freddie McGregor. You know, what I mean, you know, one of our living legends. So with that being said, I mean, grew up around music, literally, you know, I mean, grew up on the stage, behind the stage, etc. Um, you know, I remember there are times in prep school where, you know, I mean, I had to miss school for like days or weeks, just being on tour with my dad, you know, I mean, like in the States or Japan or the
Europe.
US, Africa, wherever, you
Uh-huh.
know, I mean, but that's just me with no professional ambitions. You know what I mean? That's just me being a fan and you know what I mean, just in support of the family. You understand? Eventually we had the home studio, which everybody now knows as Big Ship Recording Studio. That was at home, that was built around 95. Um, so with that being there, that served as like, you know what I mean, like a college or a university or a school, so to speak, just observing the greats, the musicians, the producers, the engineers, the artists, you know what I mean, etc. Again, for me personally, I always loved music, you
Yeah.
know what I mean, like really deeply loved music, but I didn't see myself being a professional artist.
Mm.
So given my natural personality, I'm somewhat like reserved. So, you know what I mean? I never saw myself like being in the spotlight, you know what I
Limelight.
mean, being
Yeah.
on stage in front of thousands of people or, you know what I mean, being in front of a camera doing interviews and stuff. Like I didn't see that I didn't see that in the cards for me. You understand? But like I said, inevitably the inevitable happened. Um at first I started in high school, I started like as a DJ.
As a
You know
DJ.
what I mean? So myself and some of my high school friends who started as sound and you know what I mean, I was into DJing. That was my comfort zone at the time. Backtrack little, you know what I mean, prior to that, in prep school as a younger kid, I was in the school choir. I mean, not for no, again with no professional aspirations. You know, what I mean, that was just something to do. I was never into sports. I wasn't on the track team or the soccer team or none of that. So
Right.
you know, what I mean, music was what I could relate to. So fast forward, yeah, we did the sound thing, and you know, what I mean, in the midst of that, for myself writing a lot. And then now that writing transcended to me recording with having the studio at home at my disposal. And, you know what I mean? That's where I kind of experimented and honed my skills. And, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's where that started.
Chino, man, that is amazing because the legacy of your father, who, of course, you know what I mean, those are huge shoes. And so the
Hmm.
reality is that, at such a tender age, you were exposed to, all
Hmm.
the equipment, all the
Yeah.
mentors, all the
Uh-huh.
instruments, and then you became
Yep.
proficient in playing numerous instruments. So what instruments do you play?
I play the guitar. That's my primary instrument. A little keys. We run a little drums and percussions.
Uh-huh.
Of course, the vocal
Of
cords.
course, exactly. The one your God gave you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Your unique
yeah.
frequency, brother. And it's interesting how you say
Uh-huh.
music found you. And it's true, without any kind of, ambition professionally, but just a natural development, where your skills became more proficient. And, that
Hmm.
attractive quality of moving from a DJ kind of, hobby into
Uh-huh.
actually a forefront
Yeah,
of an entertainer and the front man. So that
yeah.
takes a certain amount of maturity. And you certainly were guided along the way, not only by your father, but by other artists and other producers. Who are some of those
And
mentors, Matt?
all right, so some of those mentors, my heroes in music are pretty much pretty much all the greats that came before me and did it before me. You
Yes.
understand? Not just from reggae, but from different genres. So drew inspiration from like the greats, like the Bob Marleys, the Dennis Browns. I mean, Dennis Brown is like arguably, possibly one of my favorite artists of all time. And you know, I mean, with music aside, he was also super close to the family. So that's like Uncle Dennis there.
Uncle Dan.
My father, of course, you know, I mean, as far as dancehall concerned, you know, I mean, the Shabba Ranks, the Super Cats, the you know, I mean, the Bounty Killers, the Beanie Mans, etc. You know, I mean, with the hip hop too, the Biggies, the Tupacs, the Jay-Z's, the Nazis, etc. You know, I mean, to even other genres. You know, I mean, people like the Stevie Wonders, the Donny Hathaways, the Curtis Mayfields, all these great people. So, you know, I mean, these people are my inspirations and my heroes. But as far as the close ones that I have a literal relationship with, I would have to say, obviously, my father, Dennis Brown, you know, I mean, people like Judy Moore, like Marcia Griffiths, you know, I mean, all of these great
Yes.
ones.
All those great ones. And you're
Hmm.
really blessed to have had personal relationships with those incredible artists, man. And some of those other artists that you mentioned among various genres also are such greats and have had such an
Hmm.
inspiration to so many fans worldwide. And you
So,
also
so,
are,
so I always, so I always tell people, so my style and my sound is pretty much a melting pot of all of my influences. So
yes,
if you listen to my songs, um, you'll hear influences of reggae, of lovers rock reggae, or roots rock reggae. You'll hear influences of hip hop. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the lyrics and the way I put the lyrics together and the words together. You'll hear influences of hip hop. You'll hear influences of R&B. You know what I mean? With the harmonies and the melodies and all of that. You'll hear the soul. You'll hear, you know what I mean? So my style is a mashup of everything I've been influenced by, and it's just a melting pot of all of that.
yes. Well, you know what I mean? And it's like a meritage, you know what I mean? That's blending all these beautiful
Hmm.
rhythms and inspirations and
Yep.
lyrically as
Hmm.
well, that influence.
Yeah.
So I
Uh-huh.
appreciate that.
For
And
sure.
you know what, that's what I think makes it quite appealing as well to audiences
Yeah.
among fans that have maybe focused on other genres outside of reggae, but some of those reggae
Yeah.
roots, you know, kind of
Hmm.
traditional vibrations and beats, you know, are stay
Yeah.
pervasive throughout your music, and that's another thing that makes it so attractive. So, let me ask this question. You know, you've been around the world, you know, from a tender age, you know, on tours
Hmm.
and then tours of your own. Are there any particular
Yeah.
locations that you know you really appreciate sharing your vibes out in the world? Any places?
Japan.
Japan. Uh,
Japan. So Japan is actually my biggest market
no kidding.
um to date. So my first two official albums were released exclusively in the Japan territory. So the first one, called Unstoppable, that was released around 2007.
Yes.
So that featured songs like Red Bull and Guineas, which is a big hit there. Um, Rave All Night, songs like, you know what I mean? All those songs in that period of time.
Yeah.
And then now the sophomore Japan release, again, another exclusive release for that territory, was released in 2010. That one was called Never Change.
Mm.
That was piggybacked off the title song Never Change, aka From Morning, which is a huge song there, even to this day. So that year when I released that album, that was the biggest album in the country. Not the biggest reggae album or the biggest dancehall album, the biggest album in the country.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Of any
yeah,
genre. Yes.
so when I went there that year on tour, now, like, it was crazy pandemonium. The first show we did was, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Mighty Crown. So they have a annual festival there, That's like the biggest reggae festival there. So I went there as a headliner, and you know, what I mean, 40 plus thousand people came out, and they were singing every single song in my set, line for line, word for word. You understand what you know what I
Awesome.
mean? And every night after each show, you know what I mean, the crowd will come out and you know what I mean, pack venues, and after every show they would line up with their purchase copies of the album. You know what I
Right.
mean, wanting it to be signed and things. So yeah, Japan is definitely um up there as one of, if not my favorite place to go. Outside of the music and all of that, just the culture, the people, they're super warm.
Yes.
The food, and you know, what I mean, everything. So yeah, I'm actually heading back to Japan in July next month.
Oh, cool, man.
So
In fact, that was my
yes.
next question, like, what you're currently working on, what's coming up. But that's great. You're going back to a place that you love to be, and you're so well received
Mhm.
there, you know?
Yep, yep.
So that's happening in July,
Um,
and that's your current focus.
yeah, that well, I mean, that's a part of the summer tour run. So that's actually we kick off. So myself and my father, that's his debut back on the road.
Beautiful.
So him and myself will be in Japan. So that's a Mighty Crown again. So they are having a reggae cruise, a 5-day reggae cruise in Japan. Um, so that leaves from Tokyo, head to Korea, back to Tokyo. So we will be performing on that.
Beautiful.
Um, then as we return from Japan and back in the States, then we'll head straight to Montego Bay, Jamaica we're performing on Reggae Sumfest. Um, so that's three the hard way, the dynamic trio, myself, my father, and my brother Stephen the Genius. So we'll all be performing together on night 2 on Sumfest. Then after Sumfest, we'll be headed to the UK. We'll be doing a tour there. So
That is
yeah.
beautiful, brother. And that is hard
Mhm.
work, and you know what I mean? And sometimes I'm sure it can be difficult just to keep up the enthusiasm, when travel can be, a grind. But boy, I'm sure when
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that part of, I mean, we're kind of accustomed to that part of it.
yeah,
Um, you know, what I mean, it's just getting on the stage. We just want to get to the stage, and you know, what I mean,
once you're
give the
there, I
people
bet you
them.
you're lit up, man. And so I know,
Yeah, I don't know, like it's something special with music. Like, no matter what you're feeling, no matter how tired you are, or you might even be sick, or what you're feeling like. I'm not sure if it's a adrenaline thing or what, but once you're on the stage, then you know what I mean, like your body and your mind and everything, it just kind of put everything else to the side.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get through to performing, and then when you finish, then that's that. I mean, case in point, like Bob Marley did his final concert when he had cancer all
Yeah,
over his
sick and
body,
frail. Yeah. But
up
yet
to
he
his
was
brain.
dancing
Like
and
like
yeah.
yeah, he passed out like a day or a couple of days prior to that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he still was able to get through his full set, did an encore, come on back, and all of that. So music is a very special and powerful thing.
Indeed, man, energetically, and you certainly
Hmm.
rise to the occasion, especially when you know that those fans are so, delighted to embrace you. And
Yep.
and so, you're giving, it's generous kind of performance in each case, I'm sure. But
Hmm.
the quality of the sound and the energy, and also those other artists that you collaborate in your own circle, band, family, it's really profound. So tell me, if
Hmm.
people are going to follow your tour and other things you have coming up, how would they do that in the digital realms, Chino? How do they connect with you?
Follow me on all the socials, Chino McGregor. So everything is Chino McGregor, CHINO MCGREGOR. So that's Facebook, Chino McGregor, Instagram, Chino McGregor, Twitter, Chino McGregor, everything, Chino McGregor.
Yes.
YouTube, Chino McGregor, official, everything, Chino McGregor.
That is beautiful, brother. Well, we will not soon forget and follow your progress, and also looking forward
Mhm.
to your rise on the FENIX360 app as well, where fans can connect with
Yeah,
you, So
for sure, for
we
sure.
feel blessed and
360.
honored, and I'm just so grateful as well to connect with you, Chino. Thanks so much for being with me, brother.
Oh,
And
no
also,
problem. And not to cut you. So
sure,
you mentioned what's coming up next. So outside of the
yeah,
tours, we're gearing up for I'm gearing up for another album.
there you go.
Um, so next month, which would be July, myself and my brother Stephen will be releasing a collaborative project. So this is an EP called The Prelude.
Oh,
Um,
prelude, far out.
so this is me and him performing on every single track on the album on that EP. So it's called The Prelude, which it's self-explanatory. So it's
Yes.
literally a build up to a bigger project, which is an album called Great Minds Think Alike, which will follow that. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be
Listen, I'm
something
so glad you
special.
mentioned it. Prelude,
Mhm,
and yeah,
mhm,
and the following.
mhm.
What was the following again?
Great Minds Think Alike,
They
GMTA.
they sure do, man. Hey, listen, I
Mhm,
am looking forward to it, and we will share it as well on the app, as
mhm,
well as be following your social media links that I will post below our
mhm.
interview today. So, thank you so much, Chino McGregor, for being with me, brother. Give thanks.
Anytime.
Blessings
Thanks
to your
for
whole
having me.
family, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Anytime.
Thanks for all your contributions. Blessings, brother.
Give thanks.
Well, it's got the musical thing called the original rhythm rider style. Anything young Poe touch it can't spoil. Flash it. Well, I've been riding rhythm for a long time. I've been a rhythm rider for a long time. Long time. Long time. Rhythm rider style. I the rhythm rider style. Well, watch out, come follow me. Ride with him, that one your name, ride with him. Chino, I go show them how fi ride with him. One case a Guinness, case a Heineken. Selector, kick it off, let the vibes begin. Hey, gate man, beg you let me hygiene in. From Chino inna the dance, the girl them finding him. Me there with a half black, half China thing. Girl, tick up like she reside inside the gym. Thief inna the dance, nobody fight with him. Cause they sit me up design fi poison skin. Music album a drop is like we fly the pin back to the chorus I begin. Me sing, well I've been riding rhythm for a long time. I've been a rhythm rider for a long time. Long time. Long time. Rhythm rider style. I the rhythm rider style. Well, watch it, me sit down pon the rhythm like a bird in a nest. Under me button collar spank shirt is a mesh. The dance full of girl in a skirt in a dress. Well, here come the soup in a shirt in a vest. Them say the Rasta man know him a work, him a step. Them a watch and I guess I must see herb in my press. Them plan up on a decide fi circle in my dress. Not the dread Babylon can't serve him a rest. The world a level, me say the earth is a mess. Well, I tell herb, me no burn cigarette. Pagan a send them words in a threat. Wanna be get wallaby desert in a chest. Watch out, no we can't stand firm in a days. We think a shatter that a confirm, so we bless. Good life we not have no urge for your stress. Anything we deserve are the best. Oh yes, well I've been riding rhythm for a long time. I've been a rhythm rider for a long time. Long time. Long time, rhythm rider style. I the rhythm rider style, yeah. It name rhythm rider style. Oh, I the rhythm rider style, yeah. It name rhythm rider style, Lord. I the rhythm rider style, yeah. Me say rhythm rider style, oh, with name rhythm rider style, yeah. I the rhythm rider style, hey. I the rhythm rider style.